and now I'm laying it at your feet. You'll have every failure, God. You'll have every victory.
Alrighty, radio listeners. So the topic for today that we're going to go ahead and have here on the Little People Show is going to be friendships, because we all know friendships is something that everybody strives for. We all want that friend that is going to be there for us through thick and thin, through ups and downs. We always want and we crave friendships. But today we're going to be talking about how we all love good friendships and we all appreciate the great memories that, come with having friends. But we're going to be taking a look at what scripture says about the purpose behind our friendships, because, there always has to be a purpose to friendships. You don't want just somebody who's just there to call your friend. You want somebody who's going to be supportive to you and actually show that they are having purpose in your life. So we're going to be talking about, what does the Bible say? What does the Bible in these verses that I'm going to read to you guys teach us concerning the purpose of friendships? So as I said before, we always want to crave friendships, but we don't always have a purpose in our friendships. So we're going to be talking about friendships here on the Little People Show. I hope that you guys enjoy this show. I hope that you guys are always keeping it locked and keeping it tuned into the show every single Saturday from 10:30 down to the hour of 11 a.m. So the first scripture I have for you guys today is going to be coming from the book of Proverbs, and it's going to be Proverbs 27 verses 5 and 6. It says, "Better is open rebuke than hidden love. Faithful are the wounds of a friend. Profuse are the kisses of an enemy." What is this saying right here? This is saying straight up, hey, confronting sin and keeping each other in line is one of the purposes of friendship. You want friends that are going to guide you through life and say, hey, you're not supposed to do this because God wouldn't like that. Hey, do you think God would like that? No, we have to go ahead and, lift each other up and not bring each other down. We want to go ahead and, bring each other up positively, in a positive way. So, once again, we're talking about, friendships here on the Little People Show. I hope that you guys, enjoy this topic for today. But, I just read to you guys that, a one purpose of our friendships, or anybody's friendships, should be to confront each other and keep each other in line. When you see your friend doing something wrong, you go ahead and say, hey, I don't think you should be doing that, friend to friend. So, this brings me straight to an example of my own. There is one of my friends, and, people always, we are all in a big group of friends, and people always just seem to have an issue with what she's doing. So the thing about my friend is that she will speak her mind, and she will be very blunt with you. She's going to tell you where you went wrong, but you have to understand she's doing it out of love. So this is a perfect example of our topic for today, which is friendships, because, we all are in this big friend group, but they sometimes exclude her and talk bad about her because of how she is. She speaks her mind, and you have to understand, if you don't understand her, then you're going to be mad and you're going to get upset with her. But you have to understand, she's one person. She's going to tell you the truth straight up, and she's doing it out of love. But, they continue to talk bad about her, and they continue to just talk bad. But, she is somebody who I'm going to keep as a friend, and she is somebody who I respect beyond measures because she speaks her mind no matter what people may think, because she truly cares about her friends and she truly cares about seeing them do good. So obviously she's going to speak up and say, hey, I don't think you should be doing that. Hey, I don't think you should be doing that. So, with my friend here, I feel like she's a perfect example of a good friend. She is a perfect example of a good friend that you should have, because this friend that I have, she literally tells me where I go wrong, and I know not to get mad about it, not to get angry, because I know she's doing it out of love. She wants to see me win. I want to see her win. We are in this together. And that is one thing as friends that you guys have to always, try to keep as a very big part of your friendship. You have to always agree with each other and always say, hey, I want to see you win, you want to see me win, let's win together. That is what a true friendship is. So my next scripture, I'm going to go back to the book of Proverbs 27, and it's going to be verse 9 this time. It says, oil and perfume make the heart glad, and the sweetness of a friend comes from his earnest counsel. What is this right here saying? Giving advice and helpful, counsel. What does counsel mean? Counsel is like giving advice, giving that talk, having and sitting down, having a talk with your friend. So that scripture was just telling us straight up, hey, giving advice and helpful counsel when needed is one of the purposes of friendship. Because when I'm going through something, best believe I'm going to go ahead and go to my friend and I'm going to say, hey, I'm going through this, I'm going through that, And what is she going to do? She's going to straight up say, hey, she's going to counsel me. She's going to be that friend that I need in this time. She's going to have that sweetness of a friend in her earnest counsel. So the next scripture, we're in the book of Proverbs again, but this is the last scripture I have in Proverbs for you guys. It's going to be Proverbs 27 again, but it's verse 17 this time. It says, iron sharpens iron. Everybody knows this scripture right here. It says, iron sharpens iron, and one man sharpens another. This is going straight back to our first bullet point. We want to go ahead and lift each other up as friends. We should be able to confront sin, keep each other in line, say, hey, I don't think you should be doing that. I'm telling you this out of love. I'm telling you this because I care about you. I'm telling you this because I want to see you win. So when we think about friendships, we have to think about building each other up, improving each other, making each other the best them that they can be. So we're talking about friendship here on the Little People Show, and we talked about how, you guys should lift each other up. We should go ahead and tell each other that, hey, we're gonna win together. We're not just gonna, sit in one place and stay content and not confront each other where we go wrong, not keep each other in line. And, we're going to give each other advice when we need it, because one thing that everybody craves for in friendships is that counsel, that feeling of, that support that is there. So this next scripture I have for you guys is coming from Ecclesiastes 4, and it's verses 9 through 12. It says, two are better than one, because they have a good reward for their toil. For if they fall, one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him who is alone when he falls and has not another to lift him up. Again, if two lie together, they keep warm. But how can one keep warm alone? And though a man might prevail against one who is alone, two will withstand him. And threefold cord is not quickly broken. So what is that one saying right there? That was a bit much, but what is that one saying right there? It's straight up just telling us, hey, encouraging and strengthening each other is what we need in friendships, because, we're going to have to be there for one another. Like the scripture says, how are you going to keep yourself warm? You have to have somebody to keep you warm. And who's going to lift you up when you fall down? You have to have somebody at your side to lift you up. So this scripture right here is very, very, very simple and plain. It's telling us straight up, hey, you cannot do this alone. This thing called life is not something that you can do alone. There are people around you that are going to care for you. There are your friends, and these true friends, based on this purpose of friendship, topic for today. I hope that you guys can use this to go ahead and choose out your friends and say, hey, I'm going to go ahead and know how to choose my friends from now on. I'm going to know how to go ahead and say, hey, this is a friend I should have, and this is a friend I shouldn't have. So this last scripture I have coming up for you guys is going to be coming from the book of Acts, and it is Acts 27 verse 3. It says, The next day we put in at Sidon, and Julius treated Paul kindly and gave him leave to go to his friends and to be cared for. What is this right here telling us? Straight up, you should help meet the needs of one another. You know, the another purpose of friendship is helping each other meet the needs of one another. So if my friend is in need of some care, I'm going to go ahead and I have me a car, I'm going to go ahead and take them to the hospital. If my friend needs a little bit of help with the homework, I'm going to go ahead and help my friend out. This is basically telling us that we should be able to help each other without being asked to. We should be able to help each other just because we know that that other person needs help. So I hope that you guys truly enjoyed this topic for today. We talked about, how we should confront each other and keep each other in line. We talked about how giving advice and helpful counsel is a great and powerful purpose of friendships. And we talked about building each other up and improving each other. And we also talked about encouraging and strengthening each other and helping meet the needs of one another. So this has been the Little People Show with your host, Liz Chazadek Manning. And anytime when you feel like you are getting down and out, you go ahead and just know that God is saying, look up, child, seek me. I am going to do you good. I'm going to help you out. I'm going to take that weight from off your shoulders, and I'm going to go ahead and be the father that you know me for. So I want to go ahead and close on out with this song, Lauren Daigle, Look Up Child. But right before we go ahead and close out, I want to go ahead and invite you guys on out to our service tomorrow at 11 a.m. at the Omega Church. We are located at 11030 Wiles Road, Coral Springs, Florida, 33076. Go ahead and come on out. Our service is something you do not want to miss out on. We have a powerful praise and worship, and we have a powerful word from Bishop Manning. So come on out. I hope to see you guys at church tomorrow at the Omega Church. Once again, that address is 11030 Wiles Road, Coral Springs, Florida, 33076. This is a service that you do not want to miss. Do not miss out on this vision. Do not miss out on this wonderful experience at the Omega Church. Once again, the address is 11030 Wiles Road, Coral Springs, Florida, 33076. I want to go ahead and close you guys on out with this song, Look Up Child, because anytime when you feel like you are getting down and out, God is telling you, and you should be able to hear God saying, look up, child. I'm going to take that weight from off your shoulders, and I'm going to help you. I'm going to be the father that you know me for. So this one right here is Look Up Child by Lauren Daigle. This has been the Little People Show with your host, Liz Chazadek Manning. You guys go ahead and have a blessed day.
Where are you now when darkness seems to win? Where are you now when the world is crumbling? Oh,